in the foreign press, in CNN, and in media channels actually, they made another claim. One and a half years ago, our master has been explaining for years that it's not possible for even a protein molecule to form by itself. So the leader of the evolutionists, Richard Dawkins, said that it was the aliens who brought the first cell, the first protein on the earth. So what evolutionists had to do was to support Richard Dawkins because they had no other explanation. So they made another story by saying that it was by meteors that the living tissue, living organisms were transferred from space to our world. It is really not acceptable at all because we know that over the world there is only carbon-based life. And in the world you can only find life based on the carbon molecule. So in order for any molecule to form in our world, all the circumstances required for the production of that molecule should be present at the same time. For instance, in minus 20 degrees, all carbon complexes are deteriorated. They cannot live any further. So these molecules cannot exist in space, in empty space. They cannot move through the space over the meteors. So it's never possible that any molecule that is the basis for life could be transferred from the meteors through empty space. They should really be embarrassed in saying this because they are hiding away the truth. This is really very illogical because they are saying that those protein is just sitting on the meteor and traveling with that immense speed, and there is really high temperature in that burning meteor, and it's traveling over that one without burning, without getting any harm. Actually, it's as if it's entering into a kind of a capsule over that meteor by itself in order to protect itself, and then when it arrives on Earth, that capsule is not used anymore. This is really imagination. Actually, it is very apparent that when meteors hit the world, it kinds of a great damage on the Earth. It is very well known through the craters formed. And many of the meteors, many of the comets, when they enter the Earth's atmosphere, actually, they are found with their shining tails. And it is very apparent that in those temperatures, it's never possible for any protein molecule to exist on that kind of a meteor. So it is just as you describe. It's really imaginary storytelling that there are some aliens just carrying this protein molecule in a very precious capsule. So even if actually that protein molecule or any amino acid could have arrived on the Earth, even if that storytelling is assumed that it were true, it's never possible that no life could emerge from one protein molecule or any amino acid. For any two proteins to combine actually and to get in a kind of action within the in order to form any functional behavior, there should be many other proteins existing at the same time. There should be the right pH level and all kinds of other circumstances that should be present at the same time. There should be so many stages that they should describe that we cannot even count them. Proteins should only be present within the cells because they cannot operate by themselves. There should be a cell, there should be a higher intelligence so that that protein may be directed the same way in order to carry out its duty. So that DNA, that data bank actually, according to their storytelling, should have been produced in space again by the aliens. So they should really be using the alien technology, and they should be placing such a DNA within that capsule that when that DNA replicates, it should move in such a way that while replicating, all the organs should exist at the same time. And even if this happens, actually, there would be no life coming out from that kind of a capsule. And it should be also explainable. They should give an explanation that information sent by the aliens to the Earth should include all the genetic information related with the entire organisms living on our world. And that protein should be folding in exactly the right way, in its three-dimensional form, so that it may be used in any living organism. There are so many impossible steps that we are trying to explain. Actually, this is not science, what we are telling. This is only storytelling by the evolutionists.